Good morning. Today is Tuesday, June the 7th. It's currently 9:35 a.m. Um, I'm working on a couple of things. So I'm doing some schoolwork. I'll show you what I have to do this week for schoolwork. But basically, I'm just working on doing some reading and assignments right now. I need to do discussion board posts, which I'll do that later. Um, I'm doing some laundry, which you can see right here. And I need to get this mess cleaned up. I need to straighten up the table and straighten the sofa a little bit. So I also want to wash the sheets on the bed, and I will do that in a little bit. But let me show you what I'm doing for schoolwork this week. Okay, here's what I'm doing for schoolwork this week. Um, got my coffee here and my passport, which I'll talk about why I have that out another time. If I didn't mention it before, I'm doing the software development bachelor's degree from Bellevue University. And I just started my major classes recently. This is week 6, so I'm doing foundations of software development and intro to Python. So these are all my assignments for this week: discussion board posts, assignments and replies. I've already done module 7 assignment for both classes. Now I'm working on module 8 assignment for the foundations class. So I'm going to go ahead and do my reading. That's what I'm working on now. And then I will show you some stuff afterwards. Also, this doesn't go by the day of what I'm doing each day. This is just all my assignments for the week, which is just how I happen to write them out in my planner. So like if I go to the next week, I just have them all out this way. I just found that it's easier to keep up with the assignments and posts and stuff like that, so I know what I've already done. This assignment for 8.2 was to create 2 website designs for this company, Pets R Us. So this was the first one I did, pretty simple. They're both simple. It was the second one. Now I'm done assignment 8.2. I've also been working on a design for my next shirt I want to make, which I might print out and do today. I'll see how much I get done after I clean the table and stuff. If I do that today, I'll show you. Okay, I'm taking a break from school stuff. This is the state of my table. This is just where when I come in, I throw stuff down. So it gets a mess, but I'm going to go ahead and get this straightened up and hopefully work on my shirt. That took about 5 minutes or so. Now I'm going to go ahead and print out with the Cricut that shirt design. So I went ahead and I cut out the design with the Cricut and weeded it. Now it's just time to iron it on. I already did my test piece, which you can see down here. I think you can see that. And it all came out well, as usual. So let's go ahead and press it. I take this parchment paper and place it over so that it doesn't melt onto the iron. Get my iron here. I'm trying to stand on the side so that you can at least see what's going on here. I'm just going to put it down, and I'm going to let it go for a while. I actually have it set to 20 seconds, but I'm going to hold it down for more like 30 seconds. And I have it set at 310 degrees. So timer went off for 20 seconds. I'm just gonna move it around a little bit to make sure that I get all of the parts. You know, like in the corners and just around the edges. And that's it. So next thing to do is just to let this cool. This is a cold peel iron on vinyl, so that means you don't peel it off until it's cold, which is far away from right now because it is quite hot. And yeah, so that's pretty easy. That's all it takes to make a shirt. You just design it, cut it out with a Cricut, weave it, put it where you want it on the shirt, and use an iron press. If you don't have a press like that, you can just use a regular iron. You just move it around to get it around all the parts and stuff like that. So I'll be back in a moment once this finishes cooling. This is cooled. It didn't take that long. I mean, it's really like a minute or so, maybe definitely less than 2 minutes, a minute and a half. So what I'm gonna do now is just take this plastic piece, slowly peel it away, and everything should stick. There we go. That's all that's to it. If you don't know what this is, by the way, it's hello from Adele. Little update with my dragon fruit plants, which I think I need to do pretty quickly because I hear a storm coming. A couple days ago I did what's called tipping. So basically you just cut the tip off of the dragon fruit once it gets to the top of the trellis, and what happens is it starts getting some new growth, which is fine, but happens right there. So that's pretty cool to see. This other one, I haven't tipped it yet because it just got to the top of the trellis, but I'll do that maybe tomorrow. We'll see. But a couple of days before I did that one, I did this one, and this has a couple of new branches growing and a little bit right there. So tipping does pretty well. Gets a new growth going, so you get branches. And what's fun is with this one doesn't have any new growth on it, but it has a flower, which I could have taken off, but I thought I'd leave it on. So what happens is the bottom of that flower turns into a dragon fruit when the flower opens and it gets pollinated, which it opens at night. This one, sadly, I'm pretty sure is not going to grow a fruit because it's a self-sterile variety and I don't have another dragon fruit pollen to use on it. So, unfortunately, it will not turn into a fruit. Most likely, if that is the correct variety that I think it is. I'm having a delicious and nutritious lunch. I wanted to share my coffee with you that I have for this month, which is called Dark of the Cherry by Portrait Coffee, who is a roaster in, I believe, Atlanta, Georgia. It's a really good coffee. It's an extra dark roast, which is fantastic for me. Yeah, Atlanta, Georgia. Extra dark, which is fantastic for me. It's really dark, really smoky, nice chocolatey flavor. Yeah, it's delicious. Got it right there. And that is where I'm going to leave you for today. I feel like I've gotten a few things done and showed you some of the things that I was doing. But I don't have anything else left to do today except finish my laundry, which that is not very interesting at all. So I will pick up and vlog another day, and hopefully I'll see you then.